Sundered Doctrine is the newest dungeon to be released in Destiny 2, which was about 5 months ago. Regardless, I figured it was time to solo it. Totally has nothing to do with the fact that I just soloed Vest vs. Host or anything. Speaking of which, you guys really seem to like that video, so thank you for that. And I promise I won't let the success of these videos go to my head. With that being said, I just quit my job, so if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Anyways, Sundered Doctrine is one of the easiest dungeons in Destiny 2, with only 3 encounters, 2 of them being boss encounters. It's fairly easy. So let's see how I can make it look like one of the most difficult dungeons in this game, because, you know, I'm pretty at this game. We start off by landing in the dungeon and running the long path to the first encounter. Already, you can see that there are a ton of enemies or ads to clear, but did you know that there are even more guys in your girl's DMs right now?
Got him!
Honestly, I just find it easier to run past them all. After getting more wet than your girl when she hears my soothing voice, we have arrived at the first encounter. And to be honest with you, this encounter is pretty easy. There are symbols on the top wall, and your job is to find the missing symbols. You start off only needing 1, and then 2, and then 3. How do you find these symbols, you may ask? Well, there are 2 ways. One is by finding this little bird-like enemy and killing it. And upon getting it cooked harder than KFC chicken, it drops the symbol. You then have to go find what room that symbol is in. Then you need to kill the big mini-boss who drops a lens. Using the lens, create a path from the center room to that room. I choose to do the second method, however. Just pull up a map that has all the paths and lore that tells you which symbol you need based on what's already on the wall. Call it cheap, but it does significantly help. You'll know when you've done a path right because you'll see some text say, "The pyramid accepts the truth." I think this is just the Illuminati, but that's just me. After you do this 3 times, all 3 of the lenses in the middle will point towards the symbols on the wall, thus completing the first encounter. And once again, we are still flawless. Now it's time to traverse to the second encounter. Again, another big open room with more ads. Hopefully you're getting to see a pattern here. In the next room, we have by far one of the best obstacles in D2, a big spiky ball. Yep, whoever came up with this definitely was not watching Indiana Jones the night before. And it's not even that there was just one, because once you get past this one right here, you have another 5 rolling from different directions that you have to avoid quickly. Luckily, I'm so fucking good at this game, I just run all the way through it like a boss.
Dude, that's actually funny.
And now, we arrive to this room with these 2 Wheel of Fortune looking things. This is where the game teaches us basically how the second encounter is going to work. We kill Big Ogre, and that spawns Witch. Witch drops a node. You then use the node to turn the dial. On this wall to the right of where the wizards spawn, there are 2 symbols. You need to get the 2 wheels to be pointing at these symbols. Pretty straightforward, right? Nothing too complicated or anything like that. Well, that's because the second encounter is way harder than that. Originally, it is. Luckily, I have found a secret strat. After I do some quick weapon swapping, we start the second encounter by jumping down to the bottom. Here, you'll see a big wheel. This is the wheel on the furthest right side of the room. In total, there are 4, but we're only going to be focusing on this one. We need the wheel to land on the sign that signifies kill to take us immediately to a damage phase. It will be short, but wait until you see what I have for damage. You already know I'm cooking something good. When the ads spawn in, I take out the little birds because these mofos are the most annoying part of this. After some time passes, 3 witches will spawn in. Depending on how many you need to turn the wheel to land on kill, you need to kill that many wizards and pick up that many nodes. Then, quickly bank it into the wheel. And then just like Obi-Wan Kenobi, you get to the high ground. Unfortunately, I did not get there on my first damage phase.
I'm not even up here yet. Uh-oh. Yikes. Okay, this is not good. I was not prepared for this yet. There's going to be a little bit of a waste here. Just going to do a little bit of damage. Just a little bit of damage. God, Obi-Wan Kenobi would be disappointed in me. However, on the second phase, I get up to the ledge and shoot my exploding worm. And no, I don't mean my penis. And then I use my super to try and angle it where I'm hitting all 4 parts of the boss. Sadly, I end up hitting the wall, but manage to recover and do some damage. Then it's rinse and repeat. If you're a true nerd at this game, then you should have armor mods and abilities to where you get your super back very quickly. Quick enough to have it each damage phase. Sometimes I did, and sometimes I didn't. Anyways, after 4 solid phases, I go up for the 5th phase where this happens. No, dude. Oh, we had a good run there. We had a good run there.
God, it's always sometime at the second phase that ruins the flawless run. I can't do anything good, man. After some quick armor mod adjusting, I go back for my second attempt and get absolutely melted out of the first damage phase.
So what's killing me? What was killing me? I gotta know. That's not good.
And then I start to lock in. I go through 4 damage phases where I get to pop my big heavy load into the boss and cast my super every time, bringing the health down to this.
No way. Alright, reset.
Then on the 5th DPS phase, I just keep shooting and pray that I beat this encounter.
Come on. I think we did it. We did it, chat. Second encounter complete. Only 2 deaths, baby.
Moving on to the last traversal phase before the final boss. We do the devious act of taking one of the second encounter boss's eyes and beating it harder than my meat into this hole to unlock the door. This leads us to another tall and long room covered in ads. I took my time in these rooms because I wasn't about to have any more stupid deaths. We then get brought into another puzzle room where we need to angle lights through lenses again. And just like the first encounter, I pulled up a map. I know it's a small room, but
Ain't nobody got time for that.
once we unlock the door, we learn a new mechanic for the final boss. There is a door, and in order to open it, we must unload a clip from our weapon into it. Going a little further past that, and we are in the final boss room. The counter itself truly isn't that hard. You walk up towards the wheel in the room to start. You must then pick a room on the right or the left to go in. Ideally, you're looking for another bird that drops a symbol when you kill it. You then take a look at that symbol when it drops, then you go back to the center room and look for that symbol on the wheel in the middle of the room. Whatever side that the symbol is on, everything on that side must be turned off, while the other side must be turned on, just like your mom.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, how did I know what symbol was in each room, you might ask? Well, for the 3rd time, I used a map. I used another map. Don't fucking judge me, okay? Anyways, in each room is a harbinger of the witness. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but let's just say I am. Killing that spawns in another type of enemy that allows you to unlock some of the lenses pointed at the symbols. But be careful though, because breaking these locks spawn threadlings, and they do hurt. A lot. Once you get the wheel looking correct, you go up to it and you activate it. This gives you about 5 seconds to find cover because now we set the room on fire. Or we burn the shield off the boss for the nerd saying, "I'm not doing a good job at explaining things. Shut the f." Then it's time to DPS. I just go off to the side here, which is doing okay for now. It keeps me out of range from the boss attacking me, so I guess that's good. On this run, I was able to get through 2 damage phases. What stopped me was the reason that makes this encounter so hard, and it's something that I've been hinting at throughout this entire video. The ads. And truly, it isn't because they're hard to kill or anything, it's just the type that they are. You have strand dudes who bum rush you to get in your pants, stasis enemies making you have blue balls, and then Thrall gunning you down harder than Germany on that beach in that one war. Yeah, I might be stretching with that one, honestly. Anyways, you know what time it is? How many attempts did it take JB to finish this dungeon? Comment down below your guesses, and don't cheat or else
I will find you. And I will kill you.
On the 2nd attempt, I don't even get to the DPS phase because the subjugator decided to finish me before I could finish him. And honestly, that's kind of hot.
What did he say?
On attempt 3, those locks I told you to be careful of earlier locked me down harder than my wife. Love you, babe. Thanks for watching the videos. On the 4th attempt, I was running back to safety to do damage when all of a sudden the boss tied me up, pulled my pants down, and 5th try, I get slowed and gunned down. 6th attempt, I get slashed by the hash-slinging slasher from that one episode of SpongeBob. Attempt 7, too many things happened to honestly tell you how I died. Finally, the 8th attempt, and I got a damage phase in. Just to quickly go on a misadventure.
No, I threw my fucking nade.
This dungeon is inching its way into my 13th tape. Attempt 9, I get a phase in, and then I go to swap armor mods, but didn't realize I was standing in the spot just to be burned alive. On the 10th run, I decided to make some changes. I switch off the Queensbreaker and go to the Sleeper Stimulant. Overall, I was going to pump more damage with this. My only risk was shooting myself, but I decided to take the risk because, you know, that could never happen, right? I also switched up my super to give me better abilities and whatnot. And now it's go time. I get through a really good first damage phase and then an even better second phase, followed by a decent 3rd phase and another amazing 4th phase. And then my greatest fear came to fruition.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
I gotta stop calling this shit, dude, I swear. For the 11th run, I had an even better idea. Going all the way to the back of the room and taking the high ground. The boss can't hit me, and it's less likely for the shots to rubber band and kill me. That was until the little stasis ads ruined my momentum and froze me not once, but twice.
Dude. That's so dick. Every 2 seconds. It's just every 2 seconds.
On the 12th run, we lock the fuck in. We get through a solid first damage phase, an even better second damage phase, Then the third phase, bringing the boss down to half health. Fourth phase was meh. And the fifth phase, we did big dick energy damage. Then on the sixth phase, we looked to finish. By the seventh damage phase, I had ran out of heavy ammo. So I get out of my safety spot and just send it.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And that is my solo experience in Sundered Doctrine. I have now soloed every dungeon in Destiny 2. And I can finally be free from this game for a few weeks because Edge of Fate drops in a couple weeks. God, I can never escape this game. So if you enjoyed this style of Destiny 2 content, please do drop a like. And if you ever want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to see me do all this kind of stuff live, make sure you guys go check out my Twitch channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. We're trying to hit 2,500 followers before the end of the year, and I would love to hit that follow goal. This is also where I live stream these challenges and where most of my videos get made, so you can see them happen live. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, you guys know me. It's been your boy, SirJB. Get at me.